Station 3. Condemnation.
Jesus had spent the night in agony and prayer, sweating drops of blood. He was abandoned by his disciples and betrayed by his friends. A crowd with clubs and swords arrested him and brought him to the courtyard of the high priest. And there he spent the remainder of the night beaten and mocked. At dawn, Jesus was taken to court. The Jewish rulers believed that they had divine authority over the people of Israel. Notice the contrast of power at play between the courtroom of man and the throne room of God in this story. As you listen to the passage, imagine Jesus standing before his accusers. How do you see him? Is he the omniscient God who knows what is about to happen and stands with divine courage? Or do you think of him as a man enduring the throbbing pangs of broken flesh and the deep emotional sting of abandonment? How difficult is it for you to hold both of these realities together?
The Gospel of Luke. Now the men who were holding Jesus in custody were mocking him as they beat him. They also blindfolded him and kept asking him, "Prophesy, who is it that struck you?" And they said many other things against him, blaspheming him. When day came, the assembly of the elders of the people gathered together, both chief priests and scribes, and they led him away to their council, and they said, "If you are the Christ, tell us." But he said to them, "If I tell you, you will not believe, and if I ask you, you will not answer. But from now on the Son of Man shall be seated at the right hand of the power of God." So they all said, "Are you the Son of God then?" And he said to them, "You say that I am." Then he said, "What further testimony do we need? We have heard it ourselves from his own lips."
As you consider Jesus facing condemnation before his accusers, think about the voice of condemnation in your own life. Are they the voices of others? Or is it the voice of self-condemnation? Keeping the image of Jesus standing before the Jewish council in your mind, listen now to the words of Romans 8, which describe Jesus before the council room of God. "There is therefore now condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Who shall bring any charge against God's elect? It is God who justifies. Who is to condemn? Jesus Christ is the one who died, more than that, who was raised, who is at the right hand of God, who indeed is interceding for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ?" Spend a few minutes pondering the love of Christ that releases you from condemnation and intercedes for you. How would you like Jesus to be interceding for you now? Jesus came to forgive sins and to restore his kingdom on earth. He was willing to pour out his life for others. Reflecting on your own heart, how much do you desire to follow the example of Jesus?